Hi, everyone. Let me duck for a minute, as so many of you have asked, what is that painting behind you? There it is. It's one of my favorites. Hi, it is me. I'm just popping in. I'm going to call these pop ins, where I talk for just a few minutes, giving you some insights, some input on what's going on that I trust and hope you find helpful. Uh, because the energies are so squirrely right now and so loopy and rambunctious that even though I know a lot of you tune into internet and all the astrologers and mystics there, um, I decided to throw my hat into the ring and say, hi, how are you? And please let me know how you are doing. Today is Thursday, the 18th. I'd love to know if you've experienced any dramatic shifts in your energy or your outlook. So, say starting from Sunday on, because what we're going through now, as you probably know, is the first of five Taurus, Scorpio, or influenced eclipses. The next four are really into Taurus and Scorpio. This one has a backdrop of Taurus and Scorpio, but it all affects us and influences us more or less, depending on where you are with your personal growth, uh, to what's going on with you determines the factor. Is it good or bad? Hopefully, you'll give up that language and just see it as energy and figure out how you want to work it, handle it, navigate it, manage it, pick your word, uh, because it is about you. It is about your choosing. It is about free will and how to create something positive out of what seems negative, or how to create even more positive out of what is positive. So here we go. The eclipse. This is a partial lunar eclipse in Taurus. Okay. Uh, and let's just start at the beginning. First thing I want you to know is this is the longest in timeline. Uh, Partial lunar eclipse we've experienced since the 15th century. So if you like, go think about the 1400s and what was going on there. Uh, and know, change, big shifts, expansion was going on. Secondly, know that because this is such an enduring energy or frequency, is going to be with us for a while. So it's not just about experiencing the eclipse today, tomorrow, maybe a few days after, maybe a few days before. This energy is going to take us into 2022. So know that this is a precursor to 2022 and some of the core energy that are going to be influencing and affecting us. And that's why it's so important. That's why I decided I'm going to just give you some of my insights. Hopefully, you can work with some of them. Hopefully, some of them will resonate for you. And of course, if nothing does, just put them on the back burner or the top shelf. You don't have to agree with everything I say. Good heavens, no. But give these ideas a chance, especially the ones that don't resonate with you right away. Because sometimes what we resist or reject is really the biggest opportunity, some people would say challenge, we have for our own personal growth and evolution. So here we are. The eclipses. As I said, my attitude towards these eclipses in general is twofold. Taurus and Scorpio are very deep, dynamic, strong energy, strong influencers, if you like. And it's important to know what they're doing and what effect they can have. Um, and I think that this first eclipse here is designed to discombobulate us, scramble us up even more, confuse the internal energy anymore, so that we really have to sit down and get quiet and get still, get ourselves recalibrated to realign to a new balance, a new harmony, a peace within ourselves that is heart based, that can take us through next year and all the turmoil that's coming in and keep us centered, keep us grounded in love, and keep us living for something, not against something. Uh, this is the time for self love, self appreciation, self acknowledgement. And this is exactly what this eclipse can do for us if we remain open, keep out of judgment. Where have you heard that? And take it day by day, step by step. There are no quantum leaps at this time. There's no magic wand. There's no easy poof, and it all goes away. These kinds of conditions, energy, is going to be with us for many years, several years at least. And I'm feeling that because I think we're a little bit slow at this point in time, and there's nothing to say it can't speed up. So it's not written in stone. We're stretching out that evolutionary period. So it lasts much longer than it needs to. So what's happening is the scrambling gets you inside yourself, forces some of us to figure out what it is we love, what it is we like, what it is we want, who we are, what's fulfilling. All those questions I went over in the November Zoom talk. But the purpose of that is to get us clear, get us more single minded. And in doing so, what happens is we are creating and generating a new inner energy that is a frequency match to high consciousness. Now, the high consciousness frequency is already present in the mind stuff all around us, which is what we're doing our best to connect with, because we must be in a frequency match in order to create a happy, fulfilling, successful, however you define success, life. If you want to stay put as you are, you're not going to be able to connect up, co-create. Remember, we're co-creators in this life. We will lead singular solitary lives. We will feel separate and even more isolated than we have these past couple of years. So this is the time that's opening up and saying, at least from my perspective, fish are cut bait. Are you in to move to the fourth dimension? Or are you going to stay put in the third? And in one sense, the universe doesn't really care. It's not got a vested interest in what you choose. You were given free will, so was I. So you choose. But remember, the third dimension is a survival system. It's based in doubt, fear, lack. It's based in the belief that we are separate from each other and that we are dependent on the outside world and its good opinion of us to survive. And all this, again, from my perspective, is pure nonsense. The only goodwill and good opinion you need is your own. That's self-love. That's your power to feel good about yourself and love yourself. And this is what this eclipse now is scrambling up for us and taking us within and saying, come on, move into your heart, move into the love. What have you got to lose? How's the other side? I lack, I'm not so great, I'm not good enough. How is that mindset working for you? How does that help? So switch out of third dimensional, left brain, reasoning, logical, planning, uh, thinking, and move over to your heart. Give your heart a chance. Now, many of you I know have already moved over, and congrats. And now your opportunity, challenge, is to build from that sense of wholeness and joy and well being that is who you really are, who you are in your core. Okay? So it's an exciting time. It's a wonderful time to expand, to grow. And I'm asking you to please see it that way. So let's talk about how this eclipse can help us with developing a new attitude, a new approach to our lives and how we see ourselves. Okay? Uh, Here's the thing, if you choose not to move into your heart, if you want to stay in 3D, there'll be no connection to universal source. And so manifesting and living will really become quite the challenge, quite difficult to manifest, to make things happen. So, deep breath. We're going to need lots of deep breaths in the days ahead. So, learn to take your time, learn to move at your own pace. Don't try to keep up with imagined schedules, timelines, and routines. You are the creator of your life, of you. So start with you and start just by making things easy and smooth. There's a concept because we've always learned that life is hard and challenging and difficult, and we grow through pain and suffering. And while that has been the prevailing belief, how's it worked for us? Look at what we've created here on earth. Maybe it's time to switch gears or shift gears. Well, switch or shift and go into life is about joy and love. Love, love, love. And life is about creating and creating what's beautiful. And to do that, we have to have a mindset that's willing to see the good, see the beautiful, see all the lovely things and options we have in life. So you could say that this eclipse is the catalyst for profound change that begins now on a much deeper level than we've had before. Because remember, we're in Scorpion energy now. That's the astrological, zodiacal planet we're in. And Scorpio is deep, dives deep, goes down to the unconscious. And Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, goes even deeper and nudges us because while Pluto's known as the planet of death and rebirth, operative word being rebirth, focus on it. Which concept are you going to feed? Pluto deals with the unconscious, the hidden, and it is transformational once you deal with your darker shadow hidden self. It is usually the hidden self now we're working with. So it could be completely unconscious. And with eclipses, which you know are upstarts and dramatic, and they are upheavals, all designed to give us more choice, more awareness, to stay mindful. And remember, mindful is the theme of November 2021. So stay awake, stay conscious, even when you want to run and hide under the covers. No room for that. Stay tall, believe in yourself enough to deal with some of those old issues and wounds that you've suppressed or repressed or been oppressed. Press on. Okay? Because pressing on, following through, means you release some of that dark, toxic energy. And when that toxicity is released from your body, you've got more room for light. Okay. And you do reconnect with that original self that is, remember, light, love, and joy. So it's got to happen. There's a kiss with the kick and a kick with the kiss. Duality, choice. Sounds good to me. So there's the eclipse. Powerful. Eclipses are powerful alignment with the sun. And they act very much like the diva or the drama queen or dramatic. Uh, they are, especially when the eclipse occurs in a full moon, which we know is also can be the diva and the emotional uh, mistress or master, depending on what you like. Uh, know that this period we're in is about emotional digs and release and healing. And so see this period, no matter how difficult or challenging it gets, no matter how much it sucks, and it can get pretty messy down there, just say it's just a healing process. I'm on my way to something greater. And that something greater is you, and you being in touch with your greater or higher self. So it serves a wonderful purpose. Getting there, it is but half the fun or not half the fun, but stick with it. Do not quit on yourself. Scorpio and Pluto are going to nudge you right into it. And then we have to look at this eclipse because the moon is in Taurus. Now, the Taurus is the exact opposite, 180 degrees from Scorpio. So they're working together. Taurus, however, doesn't deal with the unconscious. It deals with your conscious mind, the material, physical you, okay? So it's very practical. It's very common sense oriented. It is about left brain and how to get things done and how to manifest things and how to be successful. That's Taurus. Taurus has set up and is the foundation for our systems, whether it's government or religion or educational, medical, take your pick. The institutions of society are grounded in a combination of Capricorn and Taurus. And Taurus, though, however, has the rebel, anarchist, upstart planet or energy of Uranus sitting in it. And it will sit in it till I believe it's 2026. So we've got to get used to our systems being uprooted, up, just upped. And I just find it very challenging. But the thing about Uranus is, even though it turns everything upside down and in unexpected ways and timing, it's working towards our enlightenment as well. So it's saying you can't rely on your systems anymore. The only system you can rely on is the energy within you, your inner core, your inner self. And if you're physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually aligned in that inner self, this is where we're headed. This is the fourth dimension. And Uranus is saying, to heck with the linear, rational, left brain establishment. Move into heart. Move into feeling it. Move into loving it and liking it and feeling good with yourself, with life, which is why I've given you all those suggestions about the classical buzz and so forth, in order to start training your mind to see the good, the beauty in things. It's a choice. And it isn't la la, Pollyanna outlook. It's knowing that there's a dark side, knowing that there's a corrupted, limited perspective. However, it's knowing that that side may not serve you anymore. Maybe it never did serve us, but we are now living in a new time frame, a new era, and the heart knows only love. So it's about love, 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 and the light that love generates. So that when you love yourself, when you feel good with yourself, you radiate a love, you radiate an energy that people can breathe into and connect with. And that's how we help each other. This is how we shift the collective out of this top down, hierarchical, divisive, competitive, outer directed operating system that we've been working under, third dimension, and move into fourth, which is oneness and unity and connection, and realizing we all are created from the same source energy, therefore we are one. And breathe and kiss the joy and make life work for ourselves on this term. So we've got the eclipse, which is upheaval, upsetting the apple cart, in full moon, which is a very dramatic, uh, emotional shift. So if you're feeling more emotional than usual, or very old childhood patterns and traumas or disappointments come up for you right now in a very intense way, please make the time. There I go again. Make the time to sit down with yourself, source it, love yourself, forgive yourself, others, and release it so you aren't carrying that limited dark energy with you. Okay, so that's the full moon. Now, what we have to know about the moon too is individually, the moon represents our feminine, divine feminine energy. So it's about your creative, loving, intuitive, spontaneous, playful self. This is what's being, come on, move into it, activate it, let go of that patriarchal energy that's more linear and rational, structured, rigid, can execute, but it won't be able to execute if it's operating in a heart consciousness energy field. Get it? You've got to move into your heart and be based in your heart to live, create, manifest in a heart, open heart energy field. So I hope I'm making myself clear. Lunar eclipses, remember, feminine, emotional, artistic, deals with the past. This is why Scorpio and Pluto are standing by that moon saying, go for it, go down deep, go deep, and learn the truth of yourself. You may be surprised. There may be some very good news down there. It's not all murky and dark. Also, let's see, what else do we need to know here? So we covered Taurus and Uranus and Scorpio and Pluto and the full moon in Taurus. So it's a double dip of the material and physical upstart or changes. So let's talk about it for just a minute. Remember, I said Taurus was a very earth, common sense, practical energy that deals with the physical. That means with Uranus sitting in Taurus, for us as individuals, it's going to be an upheaval here of old wounds, old emotional issues for us to resolve. More importantly, though, here's the catch. Remember, this is physical. So what it's really dealing with is our body. And what you want, from my point of view, to do is not only get in touch with those toxic emotions that are maybe holding you back or dragging you down, or exhausting you. You not only want to get in touch with those, you also want to release them. Okay. It's letting them go. And there are many ways you can do that. You can do it through your breath, the heart breath, breathing in through your heart and out through your heart, breathing in love and exhaling anything else. You can do it through tapping, if you know the tapping technique. It's a wonderful technique. You can do it through your own meditation, music, walk in the woods, whatever, but walk with the purpose, the intent to release. Okay. Uh, and last but not least, there are emotional protocols to get you in touch with where in your body you've stored these toxic, low case emotions and releasing them energetically with the gold light. So you've got opportunities. You just have to make the time to clear them. And I heartily encourage you to make the time now till the end of the year, to the beginning of next year. One, it will be much easier to release all this emotional baggage uh, with this kind of energy encouraging us, cheering us on, so to speak. But also, if we don't do it now, then it will come up again next year and it will be twice as challenging and twice as harsh for us to work through, if indeed you choose or I choose to work through it. And here's the thing: when we choose not to work through that pain, that feeling of helplessness and hopelessness that emotional wounds create, then we are going to be stuck in third dimensional living. So, while third dimensional living may be familiar and therefore comfortable, it may not give you the cookies that you're looking for. It may not feed your soul, feed you. In fact, I know it won't. So it'll become even more difficult. That is your daily life, your daily routine. So, really make time to deal with your stuff, please. It's just so much easier, and your body will thank you. Remember, I've always said the body is the last to take the hit when you're releasing the emotional energies of the anger, frustration, resentment, bitterness, jealousy, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So your body, really take care of it right now. It's going to may have strange aches and pains or digestive problems that you don't get or don't understand, or it may have a endless cough or cold. The body needs your attention, your loving attention. So loving kindness to your body right now. It is taking on so much new energy, the downloads of this high vibrational, high frequency light that is coming in from the galaxy. That's enough to stretch its function. But then to have to release and make room for the new light and the new energy, pretty tricky to balance. Yeah. So respect your body. Don't get fed up or think what's wrong or what am I doing wrong? My body's exhausted or I can't do this or I can't do that. Don't go there. If you're truly concerned about your health and well being, get yourself to the doctor of your choice. That's being responsible. However, know that he may not find anything wrong with you. And that's because there is nothing wrong. It's just the process of clearing and cleansing and getting more open to the love and light of the higher realms. The higher realms are really lining up and just streaming it down on us. And it can get overwhelming, especially when our bodies can't keep up. So respect that body. That's Taurus. Don't ignore it, and then your Uranus will come like a bolt from the blue, and you'll be dealing with some physical condition or ailment that really it will be too time consuming and not much fun. Then also know physically, Mother Earth is still going to be regurgitating all the neglect, all the abuse that she has experienced from mankind, unfortunately, yes, mankind, so that there'll be earthquakes, there'll be really horrendous windstorms, there'll be excessive floodings. So it won't just be rain, it will be monsoon rain, it'll be exaggerated physical shifts and upheavals in earth, in our weather. It's going to be extreme. Why? Because our thinking is still extreme. We're still hooked on being right. Whatever view we have, we need to be right. And so many of us have bought into being such self righteous and judgmental that the weather reflects this mindset. I know that may be a stretch for you, but that is how I see it and how I see it works. So keep that in mind as you respect an opinion different from yours. You haven't walked in that person's shoes. Just respect where they're at and move on. Uh, there's too much divisiveness over every aspect of our life, every opinion, every duality, and we end up bickering and fighting and disagreeing because someone doesn't think the way we do. Think about that. Maybe they're not supposed to. Maybe their contract, their personal growth is requiring something different from yours. Step back and let them be. Skip the judgment, skip having to be right, skip feeling sorry for people who don't see it your way. That is such spiritual arrogance. You don't know their contract. You don't know what they need to learn. And also, you may be further down the path of evolution than they are, or you may be behind them. You can't say for sure. Let them be. Honor their choice and their position where they're at. You can honor it by just not judging it, not connecting to it, but allowing it to be, accepting it and allowing it to be, and not let it affect you and how you see your life and how you see life in general. Remember, every thought each one of us has feeds the collective, and we need more positive thinking, more loving thinking, more loving kindness towards ourselves and others in order to shift that collective out of that very narrow and what I think of it as destructive mindset that doesn't assist us in building dynamic, creative, fulfilling, successful lives. We're here to be our own God of love and creativity. So this eclipse today and tomorrow, this 4 eclipses that are coming up, are all nudging us into that space, step by step. When it comes to the material changes, we are in for it with the banking, financial, economic, even your personal cash flow system. We are into it in food supply, the food chain, any kind of supply. The shortages are coming. And are you going to be in a position to grow your own food? Are you going to be in a position where you willingly share it with a neighbor? Remember, we're all one. We're all in this together. So create a group, a community, a tribe for yourself that sees it as you do and is you're willing to be supportive of each other. We're going to need to support each other in so many ways next year and the years ahead. Stand tall, believe in you, and if you honor and celebrate who you are, this is very easy to do. This is what we're meant to do. And the community will grow into a collective that is based in trust, love, and compassion. That's where we're headed. That's why these tumultuous, massive shifts inside and out are all about. There will be no return to the old normal because the old normal is in an operating system known as the third dimension, known also as the separatist paradigm. And this we've managed to outgrow enough to be given the opportunity to move into a new paradigm, a new operating system, a new power code where we can manifest and contribute and make a heaven of earth. Now, that may sound corny, but you've heard me say it before. I like corny, it works for me. So, keep these things in mind in the next week ahead, days ahead. If you're feeling challenged, find someone to talk with. Talk through these things. Uranus always shows up with sudden pivotal changes. Whew. And it's like a bolt of lightning. So please, if you're expecting everything to settle down and get quiet next month or the month after, please don't create those expectations. The collective hasn't shifted that much. You haven't shifted that much. Either have I. We're all in this together. So let's move forward together. Just remember, uh, notice, please, when you get thrown off your center, off that energy that is calm and neutral, loving and joyful, and you just are feeling it. Notice what triggers you. Be willing to deal with it. And that is a great thing for you, us all, to be doing. Let's see if there's anything else. I kept this pretty general. The thing to know is with this eclipse, we're building trust, love, and a belief, the confidence in you, trusting your judgment, trusting who you are, trusting your ability to hold a vision, commit to it, and make it happen. Keep your heart open. And there's a lot of nonsense, I'm going to use a polite word, that's going to be going on in our outer world as various institutions are going to crumble and have to be rebuilt. But we aren't in the space yet to rebuild. The people, the people, we as individuals, we as the collective have to band together, connect up within and without in order to create a world that is peaceful, that is loving, with goodwill towards all. So open your heart, keep it open, no matter what's going on. Keep loving you, keep loving the ones you love, keep loving your life. It is precious. You can create beauty, harmony, whatever you choose. It's your choice. Create that balance and harmony within yourself. It automatically flows to the external world around you. So in my parting shot, I say, appreciate this eclipse, no matter how much topsy-turvy turmoil, chaos it may create either within you or around your world. It's showing you what needs to be healed, where you still need to come from love. And remember, it's all about love. Everything else is incidental. So that's my pitch for the day. Okay, I will pop in again. These are just complimentary. I just would love to hear from you, especially if you find you're crossing over the bridge to the fourth, but you've had to shed some really deep, unpleasant, hard stuff. Share so that everyone can grow together. And I wish you a great evening, a day full of peace, love, and laughter tomorrow. And keep moving, keep loving. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Yes, I will be seeing you on Monday, December 6th at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm really not sure what it's all about. I know I've been assigned the nodal positions or the nodes of the moon to help explain that in terms of lunar eclipses and what it means, because the north and south nodes of the moon are very instrumental in our keeping in mind our purpose, our mission, and our joy in living. So, December 6th, be with me, please. I'd love to see you. Take care and God bless.